Tonight, you will fall asleep. You will close your eyes. And within a few minutes, this world will completely disappear for you. Your home, your room, your identity, even time itself, all of it will fade away. And something else will take its place. A different environment. A different city. A different family. A different identity. You might speak a language you've never learned. You might have skills you've never practiced. You might live a life you never knew existed. You may find yourself talking to people you've never met. Yet somehow, they know you. They recognize you, as if you were born there. As if that life truly belonged to you. Then suddenly, you open your eyes. And you call it a dream. But what if it wasn't a dream? What if you actually woke up in another universe? What if consciousness slips into another possibility every night? In this video, we're going to chase that question. We'll start with what science can explain, then explore the doors philosophy opens, and finally, we'll ask the boldest question of all: what if every night, we wake up somewhere else? Reality is not as real as we think. Our eyes don't see the world. Our ears don't hear sounds. Our skin doesn't feel touch. All of these are just electrical signals. They travel to the brain interprets them, and the brain constructs what we call reality. Colors don't exist outside. Sound is only vibration. Touch is a neural interpretation. Even memory isn't a fixed recording. Every time we remember something, the brain rebuilds the story from scratch. And consciousness is simply the part of us that becomes aware of this story. So think about it, if reality is already a model created by the brain, where does the boundary between waking and dreaming truly begin? Where does it end? When we fall asleep, the brain disconnects from the external world. But the inner world of the brain expands into a limitless universe. And maybe, that universe is more real than we think. Sleep has two main stages, NREM and REM. NREM is the deep rest stage. The heart slows down. Muscles relax. The brain becomes quiet. But when REM begins, everything changes. The brain becomes more active than when we're awake. The visual cortex lights up. The amygdala, the emotional center, fires intensely. And the prefrontal cortex, responsible for logic and decision-making, is suppressed. That's why dreams have no logic. Time breaks. Places merge. The impossible becomes possible. During REM, neurons fire like a storm. With no input from the outside world, the brain interprets its own internal signals. Those signals become scenes, stories, emotions. Time perception collapses. A dream lasting seconds can feel like years. Then there's lucid dreaming, the most fascinating part. The dreamer becomes aware they're dreaming. They can control the dream. Change the environment. Alter the physics. Make choices. This shows that dreaming is not a passive process. Consciousness can interact with it. Science can explain how REM works. But why dreams feel so real, remains a mystery. Now we enter the real mystery. Why do some dreams feel more real than waking life? Why do we remember cities we've never visited? Why do we form relationships with people we've never met? Why do some dreams feel like entire lifetimes? Some people describe growing up in a town they've never seen. They remember the streets, the houses, the smells, with incredible detail. Some dream the same dream repeatedly. Some wake up inside a dream, start their morning routine, and then wake up again, realizing they were still dreaming. This is called a false awakening. There are also claims of shared dreams, two people experiencing similar dream themes on the same night. Rare, controversial, but intriguing. Lucid dreamers can bend the laws of physics. They can fly. Change locations instantly. Solve problems. Interact consciously. These experiences suggest that the dream world might be an internal simulation created by the brain, but also a unique space where consciousness behaves differently. And here comes the big question: is this space purely inside the brain? Or does consciousness interact with something beyond it during sleep? Let's explore some of the boldest theories in physics and consciousness. Hugh Everett, the many worlds interpretation. Everett proposed that quantum events don't produce a single outcome. Every possible outcome happens. Each outcome becomes a separate universe. In one universe, you make a decision. In another, you choose differently. The universe branches endlessly. Infinite possibilities. Max Tegmark, the mathematical universe hypothesis. Tegmark suggests that the foundation of reality is mathematics. Different mathematical structures correspond to different universes. Reality is the physical expression of a mathematical form. This idea questions what existence truly means. Roger Penrose and Stuart Hameroff, Orch-OR, Quantum Consciousness. Hameroff believes that microtubules inside neurons may host quantum processes. Penrose argues that quantum collapses could be linked to conscious experience. Together, they propose the Orch-OR theory: consciousness arises from orchestrated quantum events. Meaning consciousness might not be just neural activity, it could have a deeper, more fundamental mechanism. These theories are not proven, but they open a new window for understanding dreams and consciousness. Now, let's connect these ideas to a thought experiment. Imagine this: there are infinite universes. And in each universe, a different version of you exists. During the day, only the version of you in this universe is active. But when REM begins, could consciousness briefly synchronize with another version of you through a quantum mechanism? Could a dream be a fragment, a memory, a feeling, a moment from another version of your life? Could the sensation of living another life in a dream be a glimpse into another possibility? This isn't a theory. It isn't a claim. It's a thought experiment. But it is one of the most fascinating questions the human mind can ask. Science studies what can be measured. What can be repeated? What can be tested? Right now, the connection between dreams and parallel universes cannot be tested. But that doesn't mean the question is meaningless. Science evolves. Ideas once considered impossible often become part of future discoveries. We understand the biology of dreams. But the experience of dreaming, why it feels so real, remains unexplained. And maybe, that's where the excitement lies. Every night, for about 8 hours, your connection to this world fades. Your eyes are closed. Your body is still. But your mind is more active than ever. Maybe dreams are just simulations created by the brain. Maybe they're part of memory processing. Or maybe, for reasons we don't yet understand, consciousness briefly opens the door to other possibilities. We don't have a definitive answer. But the history of science is full of ideas that were once dismissed, and later rediscovered. Maybe one day, we'll truly understand what dreams are. And maybe on that day, we'll realize that closing our eyes doesn't just lead to sleep, it leads to another reality.